In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. We begin in the name of Allah, who is immensely kind and extremely merciful. Peace and blessings of Allah be upon you. Respected and honorable viewers, tonight before going to sleep, recite this sacred supplication just 3 times, and when you wake up in the morning, witness your destiny changing with your own eyes. People ask, is it really possible that someone recites something at night, goes to sleep, and in the morning wealth starts pouring down? I am telling you the truth. Have you ever reflected on this? Has it ever happened in your life that after waking up, you saw prosperity everywhere, mercy everywhere, and sustenance and wealth surrounding you from all sides? You may find it hard to believe, but this secret is granted only to those fortunate souls whom Allah blesses with His unseen help. Today I am placing before you a treasure, one that does not only uproot poverty, but also removes illness, sorrow, hardship, financial tightness, and obstacles in relationships. These are not ordinary words. This is that blessed practice described by the righteous saints, a practice that thousands have tested and through which they transformed their lives. Just think, one night's effort, only 3 recitations, and then the morning sun brings you new glad tidings, a new destiny, and such a glow of wealth that blessings fill every corner of your home. No grief remains, no sorrow remains, no helplessness remains. This secret is for those servants who truly want to change, who want the door of their destiny to open and the unseen treasures to rain upon them. This practice is from the methods taught by the friends of Allah, an ancient secret passed down through centuries that has now reached you. Simply listen, understand, recite with complete conviction, and place your trust in Allah. When you wake up tomorrow, you yourself will bear witness to how life changes. In the peaceful moments of the night, when the world is asleep and the stars are shining in the sky, if a servant recites a special supplication just 3 times, then when he wakes up in the morning, it feels as though the door of destiny has suddenly opened. You may be wondering, how is this possible? Can a single night's prayer change an entire fate? Perhaps you find it hard to believe, but remember, nothing is impossible before the power of Allah. People mocked it at first, they laughed and made fun, but when they practiced it, those very people came with folded hands asking for forgiveness. They said, "We did not believe at first, but when we tried it for one night, our circumstances changed by morning. Poverty ended, sustenance increased, the heart found peace, and prayers that had remained unanswered for years were finally fulfilled."
This is not just a set of words, it is a magnet that attracts wealth. Imagine the scene when, in the morning, your door opens and good news enters your home, blessings in every corner. Where there was once hardship, there is now abundance of sustenance and wealth. Where there were worries, there is peace. Where there was sorrow, happiness settles in. The saints say this practice becomes a means of changing a person's destiny. This seemingly small effort of one night can mark the beginning of a life free from debt, hunger, and restlessness, a life where you are respected wherever you go, loved by people, and where the angels of Allah descend with mercy and sustenance for you. This secret is not for everyone, it is for those who believe from the heart and trust Allah completely. If you truly want to change your destiny, if you want the chains of poverty to break, if you want illness and sorrow to move out of your path, then listen to this practice carefully and act upon it. Remember, sometimes Allah removes a lifetime of deprivation through a single small supplication or a short spiritual practice. Tonight, you too should try it. Recite it just 3 times and go to sleep with full faith in Allah. When you wake up in the morning, see for yourself how your world changes, how your destiny opens, and how wealth and mercy knock at your door. Dear brothers and sisters, the first spiritual practice is to recite Ya Rabbana 3 times. Before moving ahead, listen carefully to the words that must be included with it. Everything is explained right here. What do you need to do? At night, recite the first supplication 3 times. Along with Ya Rabbana, add just 1 sentence. This is the first practice. Remember, recite it when you are about to sleep. Lying down is best. If you recite it after the Isha prayer, that is also fine. This entire practice takes only 20 seconds. Oh, my poor brothers and sisters, just 20 seconds. In these 20 seconds, conditions change, debts are removed, illnesses disappear, restrictions break, black magic and evil eye are eliminated, and every kind of difficulty and hardship comes to an end. Now listen carefully. The first practice is, Ya Rabbana, fill my hands/my bag. Recite it 3 times only. 1. Ya Rabbana, fill my hands/my bag. 2. Ya Rabbana, fill my hands/my bag. 3. Ya Rabbana, fill my hands/my bag. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Then with full focus, recite the supplication 3 times. After reciting, remain where you are, lying down or sitting, and go to sleep as soon as possible. Avoid unnecessary activities. Try it for one night, or even make it a habit, and please share this message with your poor brothers and sisters purely for the sake of Allah. At first, people will laugh and say, how can piles of wealth come by morning? But when wealth comes to them, they will pray for you their entire lives. People will ask you, what did you recite last night? Where did all this money come from? You will stay silent while receiving wealth. Your accounts will fill, your cupboards will fill, yet the money will not stop. Recite it at night. Money comes in the morning, it comes in the afternoon, in the evening, and throughout your life. Recite it once, wealth continues to come from different directions. When I speak about money, people say, for you, money is everything. But tell me, can anything survive without money in this era? We need money to live in this world. Everything is in Allah's control, but to live in this world, we still need sustenance. Place your trust in Allah and witness the change. Look at the expenses, the rent. People here are dying of hunger. Why are they dying? Because there is no money. My brothers and my sisters, wake up and be sensible. If by reciting just 3 times your poverty is removed, if by reciting only 3 times your poverty and hardship come to an end, then what more could you ask for? Now, as soon as you finish the first supplication, remain seated and include Ya Ghaniyu as the second practice. Look, you may have recited Ya Ghaniyu thousands of times in your life. Someone tells you to recite it this way, someone that way, saying your problems will be solved. Understand this, Ya Ghaniyu has always been recited for sustenance, wealth, financial problems, and even illness. Ya Ghaniyu is one of the most powerful names of Allah. Its meaning is the one who makes you independent and enriches you with sustenance and wealth. You may have recited Ya Ghaniyu countless times, but what is different here? What is unique here that makes it effective?
Today as well, you only need to recite Ya Ghaniyu 3 times. In just 20 seconds, the entire practice is complete. Every night, the whole Wazifa is finished in these 20 seconds. It truly takes no longer. I have been reciting it for the past 3 years. Not a single night passes without it. My heart has become deeply attached to this practice. For the sake of Allah, my dear brothers and sisters in need, when the Isha prayer is completed in your country, at any time between after Isha and before Fajr, you must recite it once during the night. First, recite any Durood Sharif once. Then recite A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Then, on your right hand, recite Ya Rabbana, fill my hands or my bag 3 times. Now, while still seated, recite Ya Ghaniyu 3 times, but with a special phrase, only 3 times. When this entire practice is completed in one place, then go to sleep. When you wake up in the morning, the moment your eyes open, you will say, this person was telling the truth. Help has truly started coming. Look, just 2 days ago I taught this practice to a brother. He found 15,000 rupees under his pillow. This is Allah's help. Whoever does not want to believe, that is their choice. Last week I told another brother this practice. A man came to his house and gave him 150,000 rupees, and later it turned out that he was a distant relative. When people wake up in the morning, thousands and lakhs appear from places they never imagined. In my experience, there has been not a single person who recited this practice. If someone was sick, the illness was gone by morning. If someone was in debt, the debts were forgiven. They performed the practice at night, went to their shop in the morning, and lines of customers appeared. Happiness begins to enter life, and no difficulty or hardship remains. Those without children are blessed with children. Obstacles in relationships are removed by morning.
This practice is so powerful that even a single night of reciting it makes a person deeply attached to it. They find themselves thinking, when will night fall again? When will Isha come so I can recite this practice once more? One night you see wonders by morning. The second night even greater wonders. The third night the miracles only grow. Such is the spiritual strength of this practice. Don't accept my words without reflection. Recite it 3 times yourself. Experience it with your own heart and then decide whether this supplication is truly effective or not. Now listen carefully. After reciting the first supplication, Ya Rabbana, fill my hands, my bag, 3 times, remain seated and include the second powerful supplication. Recite Ya Ghani al-Madad. Recite it 3 times only. 1. Ya Ghani al-Madad. 2. Ya Ghani al-Madad. 3. Ya Ghani al-Madad. How much time did it take? The first supplication is done. The second is done, right there while sitting. Now listen to the third supplication. This third one is Ya Muhammad, the blessed personal name of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And after this, the secret I am about to tell you, especially the final tasbih after Surah Al-Kauthar, will end poverty in a single night by the command of Allah. Those who say your poverty will never end, those who mock you and say you will never succeed, that you will keep wandering from door to door, after this, their words will be proven false. You have already recited 2 supplications, now comes the third. All of this, insha'Allah, will still take only 20 seconds. Dear brothers, first understand the third supplication. After reciting Durood Sharif, Ya Rabbana, fill my hands, my bag, and Ya Ghani al-Madad 3 times each, now include this third supplication in the night practice, one that by Allah's command brings not just millions but billions in provision.
Ya Muhammad. This final supplication, Ya Allahu, Ya Muhammad, must be recited a total of 7 times. The first supplication is recited 3 times, the second 3 times, and the third, meaning Ya Allahu, Ya Muhammad, must be recited 7 times together. When you recite all 3 supplications calmly and with full peace of heart, it will take you barely 15 seconds. Now listen, only a few more seconds remain. This entire practice is extremely short, very simple, even a child can do it. Now understand this final step carefully. Every child knows Surah Al-Kauthar. You recite it in your daily prayers. You may say, we have recited Surah Al-Kauthar before and saw no benefit. But ask yourself, have you ever recited Surah Al-Kauthar after performing these supplications? Have you ever recited it in this exact order and method?
No one tells you this because these are hidden secrets, supplications worth not thousands but millions and billions. Asking is from Allah alone, so who am I to hide these chest-hidden secrets from my brothers and sisters? My poor brothers and sisters, for the sake of Allah, just recite it 3 times and witness the miracle yourself. After reciting, Ya Rabbana, fill my hands, my bag, Ya Ghani al-Madad, and Ya Allahu, Ya Muhammad 7 times. Now with calmness and patience, recite Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim 1 time only. Recite it slowly, do not rush. Then recite Surah Al-Kauthar 1 time with full attention. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Inna atainaka al-Kauthar. Fasali li rabbika wanhar. Inna shaniaka huwal abtar. Dear brothers, many people make mistakes while reciting Surah Al-Kauthar. Even reciting it normally brings benefits, but in this practice, you must recite it calmly and correctly just once. Now the practice is almost complete. At the very end, recite the first kalima. La ilaha illallahu Muhammadu Rasulallah. If you knew the miracles of reciting the first kalima before sleeping at night, you would realize that a person can rise from poverty to kingship. This is your final step. After reciting the first kalima 3 times, the practice reaches its final moments. Listen carefully to what you must recite at the very end. Now recite 2 great names of Allah, only 3 times. Ya Wahhabu, Ya Karimu. Recite them together like this.
Ya Wahhabu, Ya Karimu. Ya Wahhabu, Ya Karimu. Ya Wahhabu, Ya Karimu. These 2 names combined at the very end are the greatest treasure of this entire practice. Everything must be recited in order without changing the count or sequence. If you feel unsure at night, you may recite this practice more than once. I personally recite it 2 or 3 times, after Isha, after dinner, and again before sleeping. Even if a small mistake happens once, repeating it takes only 20 seconds. Even 3 or 4 repetitions will not take more than 1 minute. The power of this practice is that if recited correctly, the miracle happens immediately by the permission of Allah. Now that you have completed everything, recite Durood Sharif again, the same Durood you recited at the beginning. Before going to sleep, after completing the practice and the final Durood, do not speak to anyone. Raise your hands and ask Allah for your needs, whatever they are: illness, distress, childlessness, wealth, a job, marriage, or any other problem. Then go to sleep. Inshallah, when you wake up in the morning, your problems will be resolved and your boat will safely reach the shore. Please like the video, share it, and write your name in the comments. Take good care of yourselves. Remember me in your prayers. We will meet again, inshallah, with another powerful spiritual practice. Until then, Allah Hafiz. Peace and blessings of Allah be upon you.